Tonight's special guest is Sir Peter Leitch. He used to be known as the Mad Butcher, but that was in a different lifetime. Now he is a man who's experienced all sorts of lifestyle changes and challenges, and so it is with the baby boomer. How does one make a new life after retirement? We welcome Sir Peter Leitch as our special guest on The Beat Goes On.
Sir
Peter Leitch. What was your name again? Jared?
I could be anybody you want me to be.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah. So congratulations. Number one, becoming a Knight of the Realm. Wow.
Very exciting times. Can I thank you for having me on The Beat Goes On?
Yes, you can, Peter.
Great to be back.
Now, talking about The Beat Goes On, we'll get back to the knighthood, but The Beat Goes On. One of the reasons I wanted to see you today, Peter, is about 2 years ago I saw you and you weren't looking too good. You weren't very well at all. And I saw you about 2 months ago at the Jersey Boys and I said, Peter, you've got to come. You're looking so well now. So what did you do to regain your equilibrium and become fighting fit again? Tell us about it.
I think a couple of things. The bladder cancer is in remission, and Robin Smart, my urologist, has got that under control, thank goodness. And my knee has started to come right. I had a lot of problem with my knee operation, and that caused a lot of grief. But things are on the mend. We're on the way up, Gerald.
You are. You're
on
looking
the way up.
You're
yes.
so well. So you're just about to start a second career now, aren't you?
Well, I have started a second career because I sold the Mad Butcher maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And so I lost that identity, of owning that. And I've launched a museum which you can go to by going to www.sirpetersmuseum.co.nz. It's a sports museum where the sausage factory used to be. It's the only museum in the world that's in a sausage factory. I do a bit of public speaking. Just last night I spoke to a group of doctors. I'm going to Dunedin to do a speech. I'm emceeing a function in Christchurch. Yeah, I'm going back to Dunedin because in June the 25th, I think it is, the Mad Butcher's opening a new store. And I'm actually employed by the Mad Butcher now. And I'm the, what you call say, the brand manager. I'll give that title to myself.
The brand manager.
I go and I'll go down and help with the opening. Not that I own the company, but no, life's good. Look, I think one of the key things, Jared, as we get older and we, certain phases of our life disappear, we have to be careful we don't become stagnated.
Yes.
Because that is a downside.
And I was going to ask you about that. When you were no longer the head honcho of the Mad Butcher, and this is what happens to a lot of men, they seem to feel as though their purpose of their life is gone, and that's when the immune system can be attacked because they don't have that driving force anymore. Would that have happened to you, or is it just sheer coincidence that the bladder cancer came along? And that's about the time that you...
Look, I think it was just a coincidence. I think you are right. Handing over the reins, the power, and it was power. I didn't realise how powerful I was when I was in that position.
Yes, exactly.
But when I gave it up, I realised I couldn't just ring up the factory and say, "Oh, Grant, can you take my car down and get it washed and valeted for me," or that sort of thing. But you got to move on, and you don't want to be sitting around with your finger up your backside.
No.
You've got to get out.
It's very uncomfortable.
Well, that's fair. But no, you've got to get out there, and I've started the museum, and I've got other things, And people say to me, "Oh, you haven't slowed down, Butch." Well, why would you want to slow down?
Exactly.
If you slow down, you fall over.
Yes, you do, don't you?
So you keep rocking on.
So
we're baby boomers.
Exactly.
We keep rocking on, as Tony Amos would say. We keep rocking on, baby.
So that is your advice, that the moment you're contemplating retirement, and many of us baby boomers are, well, I'm 65 in July, so you think to yourself, it's not going to stop. If you let it stop...
Can I just say you don't look a day over 90?
Thank you, Peter.
I'm sorry. I was joking.
I thought I didn't look a day over 64.
No. I mean, look, it's not easy getting old. Let's be blunt about it.
Yes, there are.
Your health starts to play up a little bit. But you just got to go with the woe. Got to go with the flow. Simple as that.
So when you go back, you're going to, as you said, in Dunedin, you're going to open another butcher shop. You walk in there, there's something about a butcher shop. What happens? What sort of memories and what sort of emotions are stirred up when you walk back?
For me personally, I mean, the journey has been humongous. I started out in a very small shop in Rosella Road.
Yeah.
Mate, didn't know me off, but didn't know me times table, had no idea how to run a business, and built it to a pretty good
With
business.
your personality.
I brought a good guy on called Mike Morton from Christchurch. He now owns the company. He took it to another level. Then I sold it to him, you know. But I walk into a butcher shop and I still get the adrenaline still rushes because that's in my veins. Selling meat's in my veins. It's been a wonderful experience. And I've met so many good people. I've been able to help so many people through that. I'm not, you know, Michael Fay or, you know, Michael Hill or those blokes that have got plenty. I've done okay, but, you know, I've given my time freely.
You have, haven't you?
Yeah.
So when you come to the pearly gates, Peter, what do you think God's going to say about all the wonderful work that you've done down here on this little old planet?
He'll say to me,
Peter?
have you got the barbecue? We need to fundraise. That's what he'll say. Yeah.
It's hard to imagine that they need to be fundraising up there, isn't it?
Oh, mate, there's a cost wherever you go.
Look, I don't think we could even begin to add up how much money you're fundraising, or what's the amount that you've raised over
never clue. The greatest gift you can give anyone is your time. And I've certainly given my time generously.
Yeah.
I've given when I can, and it's, you know, quite often people say to me, do you think Jared should give more to the community? I say, I don't give a shit. I think what you give is your business, you know, and I've never been a fan of telethons, you know, because people give just to get on TV, and that's the wrong attitude.
Yes.
You know, I've given to many organisations and charities over the years, and no one would ever know. Sure, I've told some things, you know. When I done the work for Christchurch, I would have preferred that not to be made public, but it was, and that was partly because the people in Christchurch wanted the rest of the country to know that Christchurch was still in dire strait, you know what I mean? But no, look, it's been an interesting journey.
Yeah.
It's not over yet. There's a long road to go yet.
Now, what we haven't talked about, and it's getting old hat now, it's 7 months now, but where were you the night we won the World Cup? That must have been a wonderful night for you.
I was at home on TV, watching it on TV. Well, Graham Henry's a very good friend, you see.
Yes.
So it was pretty special for me.
What about those last 8 minutes? How did your ticker handle that? Those last 8 minutes of the World Cup?
What about Beaver kicking that goal?
Yeah.
And do you know where his boots are?
No.
His boots
At the
are
museum.
23 Holmes Road Manuera at Sir Peter's Museum.co.nz. He has loaned them to the museum. They are part of sporting history. And mate, how good's he? He's down there whitebaiting, gets a call to Graham Henry. Graham Henry would like you to contact them. Mate, are you free? Can you play?
Yeah.
You know, incredible, mate.
It's something about life there, isn't it?
Oh,
There's
mate.
a story about life there.
Let me tell you what that means. Never give up the dream. Mate, he wasn't selected for the World Cup.
4 people had to be injured before he got on that field. So is there somebody working up there for...
Yep. And mate, when he got on the field, he done the business.
Yes.
He done the business, you know.
Now, Peter, we're running out of time, but I want to talk about 2 things, the museum and, of course, your knighthood. I mean, what a crowning achievement to... are people now calling you Sir Peter, or do they
Yes,
still
no, a lot
calling
of
you
people
Leitch?
call me, no, a lot of people. Well, mate, I get called a lot of things. I call it the kid, you know. I get called a lot of names. But no, people call me Butch, they call me Pete, they call me Mad, or they call me Sir Mad, or Sir Butch, or Sir Peter. And I take whatever they want to say.
Where were you the day you got the message that you were going to become a knight? Huge moment in your life.
I can remember the day it was announced publicly. We had an impromptu party at my daughter's place, and my mates from Waiheke came over, and it was quite a shindig, to be fair, and a very touching story. Some friends of mine, Tony and Dorothy Hirawini, who are Maoris, they said to me, you know, if you like, you can wear our family cloak on the day. Wow. Now, I'm not big into married-in, to be fair, because I'm not a Maori. And I couldn't turn them down because they're lovely friends. But I've got to say, I felt very proud on the day wearing that cloak, because married is part of New Zealand. I feel I'm a very proud New Zealander. So to have those both interlocking, you know, the cloak, it was pretty special. You know, it was pretty special, yeah.
And the other special thing, of course, is the museum. So where did the thought of building a museum in the sausage factory come from?
I just brought stuff at charity auctions and it accumulated. And when the new owner, Michael Morton, took the sausage factory, the sausage producing out of the factory. It was left empty. And so then I had the stuff in a container. Then with some great volunteers, I just expanded it. And, as I say, you can go to www.sirpetersmuseum.co.nz or pop out to 23 Holmes Road, Manuara, to have a look at it.
Okay.
It's open every Saturday and Sunday. But look, can I say, it's been an honour to be on The Beat Goes On.
It has been, hasn't it?
Us baby boomers, we love it.
Now, what about music? I mean, I've been in music all my life with the Rumour and...
you were the lead singer.
In the singing and that, but what about music in your life, speaking about the beat? Were you got a good ear, or...?
No.
How about singing us a song, Peter?
I'll sing one to you specially.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Gerard, happy birthday to you. Now I know your birthday's coming up soon.
Yeah, it's in July. It's in July.
No, I can't sing to save myself.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I'm actually getting better at singing happy birthday now, because if you practice enough, it does improve, doesn't it?
If you'd had a wonderful voice, which you have got, of course, but you would have been a rock star. I can see you being a rock star.
I would have loved to have been a rock star. Hey, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. Woo! Rocking all the time. Oh, Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis Presley, the king.
Were you a bodgy, Peter? Were you?
Well, I was a bit of a bodgy, I think, yeah. Yeah. It was good days, good days.
Yes.
And remember this. A mad butcher's sausage a day keeps the doctor away. And with that, Gerard,
on that note, we say good night.
Au revoir.
Thank you, Peter.